You know, we walk all over it every single day. But what if I told you that the ground right under your feet is one of the most complex, vital, and, yeah, endangered ecosystems on the entire planet? Today, we're going to dig deep into the secret world of soil, and I promise you, by the end of this, you will never look at dirt the same way again.
So let's just start with this question. When you think of soil, what pops into your head? Is it just dirt? You know, the stuff you have to wash off your hands or sweep off the floor? What if it's way, way more than that? Let's kind of challenge that idea for a minute.
Okay, just let that sink in for a second. Seriously, this isn't just some fun little fact. This changes everything. We're not talking about some dead, inert stuff. We are talking about a microscopic universe that is absolutely teeming with life.
To put a number on it, we're talking more than 7 billion organisms. That's more living things than every single human on the planet, all in one handful of healthy soil. It's this bustling, invisible city of bacteria and fungi and all these other life forms, all working together in a world we never even see. It's incredible. But that incredible, living city, that hidden world, it's fragile, and right now it's in serious trouble. There's this silent crisis that's spreading all across the globe, literally right under our feet, and believe me, it affects every single one of us. And the scale of this problem is, well, it's staggering. A full 1/3 of our planet's soil is now considered degraded. 1/3. That means it's lost its life, its structure, its ability to do its job, from supporting those tiny microbes to growing the food that ends up on our plates. So you might be asking, how in the world did we get here? Well, it pretty much comes down to human activities. Things like over-farming, which just strips the soil of nutrients way too fast. Then there's deforestation, which leaves soil naked and exposed to the elements. And of course, the widespread use of harmful chemicals, which just kills off that delicate, living ecosystem we were just talking about. Okay, so we get it, there's a big problem. But why does it matter so much? I mean, what does the health of the ground really have to do with our day-to-day lives or the future of the planet? Well, as it turns out, pretty much everything. This is probably the biggest mental shift we have to make. We've got to stop thinking of soil as just dirt and start seeing it for what it is, a living system. Seriously, think of it like one of the planet's vital organs, performing jobs that are absolutely essential for, well, all of us. And just look at how powerful this living system really is. Healthy soil is one of our greatest partners in fighting climate change because it locks away huge amounts of carbon. It's like a natural Brita filter, purifying our water. And of course, it is the foundation, the very bedrock of our entire food system. Without it, whole ecosystems just start to fall apart. Now, I know, hearing all that can feel a little heavy, a little bleak. But here's the really important part, the good news. This is not a done deal. The damage isn't permanent. We actually have the know-how and the tools to bring our soil back to life. There is a totally hopeful path forward. And the best part? The solutions aren't about some crazy, expensive, high-tech invention. No, they're about going back to some really smart, powerful practices that work with nature instead of fighting against it. Let's just quickly look at 4 of the big ones. So let's break these down real quick. Think of crop rotation like cross-training at the gym, but for the earth. You switch up what you plant so you don't exhaust any one nutrient. Composting, that's basically giving the soil a superfood smoothie, putting all those amazing organic nutrients right back in. Cover crops act like a protective blanket, shielding the soil from being washed or blown away. And then there's regenerative agriculture, which is kind of the big idea that ties it all together. It's a whole philosophy of farming that's focused on actively rebuilding and improving the soil every single year. So, as we start to wrap this up, the main message is actually pretty simple. The health of our planet, our food, our climate, it is all directly connected to the health of the ground we stand on. Our future, literally, is built from the ground up. When you get right down to it, the choice we have is pretty stark. One path leads to dead soil, which means food scarcity, unstable ecosystems, and a climate in crisis. The other path, though, that one leads to living soil, which means food security, a healthy planet, and real, powerful climate solutions. The connection couldn't be clearer. Healthy soil means a healthy us.
So I'll just leave you with this one last thought to chew on. We spend so much time and energy looking up, to the sky, for the answers to our biggest problems. But what if one of the most powerful solutions we have has been right here the whole time, just quietly waiting, right under our feet?